So we're off Cairns, one of the most popular tourist destinations. And behind me is the Reefmagic pontoon. So we're just going to go have a little bit of a look around, heading down this lovely wall. So this is one of the most popular tourist destinations on the Great Barrier Reef. And you can see why. Some nice coral and structure around here. So as we're swimming down, you can see a few hard corals and soft corals around me. A lot of little damselfish. And just up in the shallows, there's a lot of activity happening during the day with the herbivores. And one of the best herbivores on the reef, I can see this guy here feeding, is the parrotfish. So this guy is just scraping away at the reef between the corals, feeding on the algae. And they're called parrotfish because the mouth is like a parrot-like beak. And if you look at the reef over here, you can actually see the grazing patterns left on the coral, or the reef between the coral, from the parrotfish. So all those there, they're chomp marks. Now if it wasn't for the activity patterns of the parrotfish, the algae here would grow very thick and fuzzy very quickly. But parrotfish and the other herbivores, they're constantly grazing down the algae every day. And one of the cool things is that when they're grazing, they take in a little bit of the limestone reef structure as well, so they poo sand. So if you're swimming around watching the parrotfish, every now and then out of the backside will come this cloud of sand. I can see one way in the distance up there at the moment. So hopefully, if we're lucky, we might get a parrotfish to poo on us a bit later. So there's a beautiful staghorn coral up the front here. I'm going to zoom in. There's a parrotfish that's being cleaned by cleaneras. So those little blue, white and black fish is the cleaneras. Just zoom in here. You can see they're now going and feeding on, picking on the parasites of these little damselfish. But that's the cleaneras right there. So what these fish do is that they set up cleaning stations. So this coral in front of you here would be a cleaning station. And the fish will come here to get serviced by the cleaneras. And the cleaneras will go inside the mouth, inside the gills, and take any of the excess mucus or parasites. Oh, look, 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 look! Talking about wrasses, here's one of the most famous wrasses. This is Wally. He is a merry wrasse. You can see Beck, our lovely camera person behind there, filming. This fish loves Beck. Look at that. I've got a bigger camera, but no, Beck gets all the attention. So, the merry wrasse, like all the wrasses, go through sex change. This is the male, so they're the big ones. The smaller ones are less colourful, are the females. They do get a lot bigger, and they get a big bump on their head. In some parts of the world, they're called bumphead wrasse, also known as Napoleon fish. But here in Australia, we call them merry wrasse. And why we call them merry wrasse, let me just zoom in. Look at all the squiggles on the face. It's like artwork. It's beautiful. Look at those big lips. Look at that eye. And it's got a remora hanging around it as well. Hello, Wally. But one of the cool things about wrasses, they have two sets of jaws. So you've got the front jaw, which it uses to grab food. But inside the head, in behind the gill area, is another set of jaws called the pharyngeal jaws. And this is like having a blender inside the head. And so you can take the food in and then blend it up inside. So wrasses feed on lots of different things. Fish, crustaceans and mollusks. And a lot of the wrasses have very specialised jaws, like the cleaner wrasse. and you see the most amazing jaw diversity out of any fish group in the wrasse family. But obviously, he does like Beck more than me. Look at the attention she's getting. He's photobombing her. Oh, Wally. We might follow Wally. It looks like he wants us to go for a swim with him. We'll head out over to the shallow coral garden. See what we can see. Hey, buddy. They've got the most beautiful eyes. So below here we can see a few different forms of coral. So there's a plate coral. The ones next to it waving in the current are soft corals. So soft corals, they don't produce the hard limestone skeleton that the hard corals do, like this staghorn that you can just see there. Oh look, I'm being photobombed. So Moore Reef here has had a bit of hardship over the last couple of years from bleaching and also cyclones. But as you can see at the moment, there's quite a lot of coral and a lot of friendly fish. Do you want to take over and film, Wally? Look, have a look in here. I was just checking out the latest in the camera gear. And we're out here during COVID, so our friends here like Wally aren't getting a lot of visitors. And so over the last 2 days while we've had the research teams here working and us filming, he's been coming out to say hello a lot. He really likes to just hang around and see what's happening. He'll be stimulated by all the activity. Okay, we'll just head over to this bommy. You can see the little blue fish. These are called chromis. They're your classic little plankton eating fish that you get on the reef. And you get big schools of them all around the place. Okay, so we'll just come behind this bommy and we're going to see another species of damselfish. One that is very popular around the world. And that is the anemone fish. And we have two species here. So in the front, in the white anemone, we have clownfish. Made most famous by movies like Nemo. Let's just zoom in. So there's our clownfish. And behind is another species of anemone fish called the Great Barrier Reef anemone fish. There's a few species of anemone fish. Oh! Now Beck has just rudely interrupted me here to go, look at this. And it's a green sea turtle. I think. Let's have a look. Yes, it is a green sea turtle. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. Trundling along. Having a bit of a feed. It is lunchtime after all. Hello, what are you eating? Oh, it's a bit of algae. So the green sea turtle, even though it's got the green on its shell, that's from algae. It's actually called that because its body fat is green. That comes from a lot of the algae and seagrass that they do feed upon. So this one here is almost getting to a mature stage. And we've got a number of spots on the Great Barrier Reef where these nest, including a place up in the far north called Rain Island, which is the biggest nesting site in the world for this species of turtle. Just let me cycle around so you get down and have a look at her. We don't want to disturb her. She doesn't look too phased. She's just doing her thing. If she was stressed by our presence, she wouldn't be eating like she is at the moment. She's got right down to there. So it's a girl. Look at the back there. Got a little tail. The males have the big tails. Hello! So these guys live to be around 80 to 100 years old. They don't mature until they're about 30. Oh, look at the sediment coming out of the nose there. That's cute, very cute. And when they nest, they can have up to 100 eggs. So out of all those eggs, it's only believed 1 in 1,000 will live to maturity. Hello, gorgeous. Look at those eyes. Beautiful. And she's wondering, what are you guys doing? So they're threatened around the world from habitat loss, hunting. Plastics are a big issue with these animals because they do eat jellyfish, and they can often mistake a bit of plastic as being a jellyfish. Right, we might leave her and let her go about her day. Thank you for visiting. That's pretty cool. Okay. What were we talking about before we were rudely interrupted? Oh yeah, anemone fish. So we're going to talk about how to work out the boys and girls. That's interesting. While we've been gone, the anemone at the front is closed up. So these guys are pretty easy to sex. The big one's the female. The next in size is the male. The other ones hanging around have no sex at all. They're just males in waiting. So if that female were to die within a few days, the male would actually change sex and become the new female. So in fact, in the movie Nemo, they got it totally wrong. Because Nemo's dad, Merlin, should have become the mother once the mother had disappeared. But that's a cartoon for you. So by living in the anemone, these guys get protection from predators, and in return, they can actually protect the anemone from predators such as butterfly fish. Fantastic. This is pretty good here at Moore Reef. Checking my air. And let's go for... Oh, look, Wally's still over there behind us. This is beautiful staghorn coral. Nice blue tips growing. So staghorns are one of the fastest growing corals on the reef. They're growing 10 to 15 centimetres a year. Whereas other species of coral grow slower. Nice little schools of chromas swimming around in front of us. Okay, there's an unusual wrasse. Related to Wally. That's the bird-nosed wrasse. So earlier I was talking about how you can get very different types of mouth structures. There's a very specialist one there. It's growing very long. And off he goes. This guy right here with the yellow tail is also a wrasse. So there's more wrasse species on the Great Barrier Reef than any other species. Coming in all shapes, sizes, and colours. With the largest being the Mary wrasse. And timing his appearance very well, again, is Wally hanging out with Beck. Okay, we'll start making our way back across over these nice fields of different species of coral. Now we do come out here to Moore Reef for the annual coral spawn. It's a fantastic place to come and see it. And that occurs normally in November, a few nights after the full moon. And Wally agrees. Photo bombing again. So on those few nights in summer, the corals here, after sunset, will release the eggs and sperm into the water. It's an amazing sight to see. The eggs are often bright pink, and some are cream and some are green, and the whole ocean is turned into a soup. And then the eggs and sperm will combine and form a little baby coral called a planula. And they can take a few days or a few weeks, depending on the species, to settle, attach to the reef and start growing. So for the last couple of years out here at Moore Reef, there's been lots of research done on trying to help the corals during this process, including catching all the babies and holding them in nets so they don't get eaten for a week or washed out to sea, and then releasing them on the day that they're ready to settle. This is just some of the different strategies that have been used to help keep the Great Barrier Reef great. It is an amazing spot, but it does need a bit of a helping hand at the moment. So there's lots of innovative scientific processes and programs happening to give the reef a bit of a helping hand to help it weather climate change. But of course, anything you can do at home to mitigate climate change helps fragile environments like this. It helps keep fish like this, Wally, nice and happy. So then you can come and do a whole dive where you've got a friendly fish following you around wherever you go. You can see the cleaner wrasse have gone straight up onto Wally, looking for a few morsels of food. And as he swims away, they'll get to the point where it's getting too far for them and they'll break off and come back. Oh, there they go. Back to their cleaning station. Here we're going over their beck. We'll just wave to Beck. Hello. And Wally is right behind you, coming in for a kiss and a cuddle. This fish loves Beck. Beck used to work out here for a long time, so Wally is her friend. So once COVID-19 is up and we can start moving about, if you want to come and check out a reef, come up to Cairns, come and check out Moore Reef. Because as you can see, some beautiful coral and some pretty friendly critters around here. I love these little clouds of fish that hang over the reef. Just doing their things, going about their daily lives. And we can see the pontoon here as we start to head our way back up. Okay, well, one last look at Wally. Say goodbye. Let's have a look at that beautiful big eye. Look at that. He's definitely looking back and thinking about what we're up to. There's a lot happening behind that eye. These fish aren't just mindless animals wandering around. He's a smart fellow, this one. Look at that face. And going for a yawn. Nice little yawn there. Okay. That's about it. It's time to surface. So again, if you want to see a really nice reef, come out to Moore Reef off Cairns. It's a beautiful place to be. Come here, Wally. Come and say goodbye. Bye-bye, Wally. And of course, if you want to learn more about the Great Barrier Reef, check out Citizens of the Great Barrier Reef and the new Oceanpedia website. And you can also track all the megafauna that we've got satellite tagged at the moment as they travel the length and breadth of the Great Barrier Reef. And you can check that out on reeftracks.org. So from Wally and me, bye-bye. Come on, mate.